Hey guys, this is Dr. Daniel Sugai, board certified dermatologist in Seattle. It's summertime now, so I wanted to really focus in on sunscreen. May was Skin Cancer Awareness Month, so I did quite a bit of skin cancer posts, sunscreen posts in May, but I'm gonna continue the sunscreen education throughout the month of June. And I wanted to talk about a very important question, and I think the solution to this question would be this product. So the question would be, how do I reapply makeup, or how do I reapply sunscreen over makeup? How do we reapply without messing things up, right? You spend so much time on your makeup, you work so hard to make it look perfect, but in terms of sunscreen, how do you put a sunscreen over your makeup? I didn't know this, so I had to, ask my wife, my sister-in-law, who lives with us, about just makeup in general and the cost of these things, because for me, I don't wear makeup, but definitely want to answer any questions from my patients about reapplication, because you hear me talking about all the time, you have to reapply sunscreen every 1 to 2 hours. And if you're, any regular person who goes out with wearing makeup, how do you reapply sunscreen? And the sunscreen in your makeup, so SPF, just real quick on SPF in your makeup. A lot of times it's SPF 15. We want it to be SPF 30 and above for your sunscreen. You need a shot glass amount to cover your body and a ½ teaspoon amount of sunscreen just for your face. Sunscreens can be quite pricey, so you can burn through a tube quite quickly just for a facial sunscreen. And I usually say, if you're gonna buy a nice bottle of sunscreen that's over $30, kind of pricey, just use it for your face. Don't go covering the back of your neck and your arms. Use another sunscreen. And for me, to be honest, I use the cheaper sunscreens for my arms, the back of my hands. And I really have the ones that are more expensive just for my face, because they usually have antioxidants, like La Roche-Posay will have antioxidants mixed in with their sunscreen. They might have niacinamide in it, like UV Clear, Elta-MD's UV Clear. So those you want to have just for your face, because you want to protect the face from getting noticeable brown spots, red spots, white spots, wrinkles. Those things we want to prevent, not just skin cancer. So, in terms of Supergoop, I did another video on Supergoop's matte screen, which is a great sunscreen. I just I dinged it a few points for being so expensive, $38. I wanted to do a video on Supergoop's Invincible Setting Powder, which is really nice. I'm gonna have my sister-in-law Mika do a demonstration on how she would use it, because I don't wear makeup, but she'll have some makeup on and she'll show how to reapply this product. But just to show you really quickly, it comes with a brush already, and you would just pull the plastic down. It opens up the brush, you pull out the stopper, and then you just turn it upside down and you allow the powder to fall out. And then you apply it to your face. And this is how you reapply sunscreen over makeup. So, your morning routine, let's review it very quickly. It should go from thinnest to thickest. So you want to cleanse first thing in the morning, wash off all the impurities from overnight, and then you want to follow up with some people like a toner to additionally clean their face. Some of them have some alpha hydroxy acids in them. I like Epionce's purifying toner, which surprises me. Like, I'll wash my face and then I'll use a cotton swab with this toner, and I'll still see visible debris or dirt on the cotton swab. So it actually does have some additional benefits. But real life, who has time to do the toner? I only try to fit that in when I have time and I'm not running after my kids trying to get them ready for school. After a toner, you could do a serum, and the serums, I have another video on that. And then after the serums, you do a moisturizer, and then you do a sunscreen. And if you're wearing makeup, you do the makeup afterwards. To usually say makeup alone is not enough SPF for you, so you want to have a sunscreen and then makeup afterwards. The matte screen is a good primer for makeup, so you put this on and then makeup afterwards. It will set in very nicely and hold onto your makeup well. So I learned about the different costs of compacts, and it sounds like a compact of powder foundation is about $35 to $45, and that can last between 3 to 6 months on average, depending on how often you use how often you use makeup. So if you use that relative to setting powder, and setting powder is what I learned about, there can be setting mists to help set your makeup so it doesn't smudge. My female family members were telling me that they like to use setting powder or mist when they're gonna do a wedding, they're gonna do lots of pictures, or it's gonna be a long day and they're gonna have to wear their makeup throughout the day and even have an event at night. So the nice thing about Supergoop's Invincible Setting Powder is that it has mineral ingredients. It's a mineral sunscreen, SPF 45. SPF 45, as you can see here. And that's a really nice thing because one, we want to try to avoid chemical ingredients as much as possible. At least personally, that's how I feel. Although there are really good chemical sunscreens out there, we don't know what chemical sunscreens, what those ingredients can do to us, because we do know that there are certain ingredients that can be absorbed into the bloodstream. Mineral ingredients, they're zinc and titanium. We're exposed to them in our diet all the time. So I actually feel okay using mineral sunscreen, and I'm really appreciative that Supergoop has made this for my patients. The question is, how do I reapply sunscreen every 2 hours? This would be the answer. And after speaking to my sister-in-law about what she felt about it, she really liked the way it settled. After having it on her face a little longer, she gave feedback saying it looked good, felt good, felt really light, and she couldn't tell she had powder on her face. It looked really natural actually when I look at her. We'll give this a thumbs up, and actually the cost is only $30. So in comparison to a compact, you know, this I hear people don't use all the time. This is more of a, as we said, medicine PRN, so only as needed when you really need to. So this being $30, and if you were to use this every day to reapply, you know, maybe it could last every, you know, for 3 to 6 months, which is not too bad if you break it down. $30 and your compacted foundation being 35 to 40 bucks. I'd say this is reasonable. So I give this a thumbs up. This will probably be a 9 out of 10 because I think this is very innovative. I wish I came up with the idea, but yeah, I'm just appreciative this came out, and it's really nice, attractive looking bottle, very easy to use, not messy at all when applying. All right, so we're gonna show you how Mika puts it on right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna try the Invincible Setting Powder by Supergoop. So you just take off cap and take off stopper. You put some on your hand. Some's coming out already. Oh, a lot is coming out actually. And then you just put it where you would normally put your setting powder, so your oily areas. Mine is my T-zone. So I'm just gonna brush it over like that, and it feels very light on your skin.
I hope this video was helpful. She gives it a thumbs up as well. She's a dental student and she's really good about sun protection. As you can tell, she has great skin. For this summer, just remember when you're outdoors looking good with your makeup on, there is an option to reapply sunscreen. There are other options that I'll list here that are good for reapplying and that you can mix in with your makeup. There are different color schemes to this. This is the light, by the way. We got the light color scheme for skin type 3, and it did match very well. There's translucent and there's other darker tones, but just to let you know that the light was good for skin type 3, Fitzpatrick skin type 3. So I hope this video is helpful. Stay safe this summer and take care. Peace.